This is a crazy silver market. Now, silver just went back over $50 an ounce. I have 90% that people aren't buying very much. And a few months back, I couldn't keep 90% in. Last few years, I couldn't keep 90%. And I had to pay over melt for it. Now I can buy it under melt from dealers. And I'm talking $3 to $5 under melt for 90% constitutional silver. It was one of the hottest things going. Everybody was like, man, I'm buying this because it's got a denomination on it. It's constitutional, even though it's, considered junk silver. And, I want to keep it from going to refineries and on and on and on. Now, all of a sudden, there's a backlog at the refineries. All this is getting melted eventually. But you can buy it, can't hardly sell it, but you can buy it really cheap. The premiums went from like 15 to 20% over to 3 to 5% over. I charge a premium because of the credit card fees. I have no choice, but I'm not much over melt on my website. But the reasons for a lot of this, like I said, is the backlog at the refineries. 90% costs more and takes more time to refine to 0.99 to make the 1,000-ounce bars to trade at COMEX and other places. That's very important to know. So they've got the 90% back. They're paying $4 and $5 less, the refineries are, than melt. So that's what they call $4 or $5 back. It's in bags backlogged. It has more weight, harder to store than it is bars and 0.99. It's got a lot of slicks. Then you've got some coins not have tape on it, paint on them, no dates, damaged, whatever it can be. They're throwing in those bags just to sell to a refinery. And a lot of times it's subpar 90%. I mean, really junk 90% calls and things like that. So it's not something that people are just really desiring. I mean, if you walk into a coin shop and they have a bin of calls, 90%, and they're all bent and got tape on them and paint on them and there are no dates, you're going to pass that up for the most part if you have to pay close to melt for it versus just getting rolls of coins that are not slicks and damaged and all that. So that's basically what we're facing, but it's just kind of a funny market because if it's cheaper right now, why wouldn't people be buying it even more? I understand silver's up, but premium wise, it's still cheaper. You would think they would want to buy that over 0.99 regardless, but that's just kind of how people are. We're kind of followers. We follow the trends. We follow what videos say. We follow what the news says or the articles. And when the market changes, everybody seems to change, which is just really odd to me because if it was me, I would be buying 90% regardless. I'd rather have Franklin halves, Walking halves, Mercury dimes. I might pass up Kennedy's. I might pass up, Roosevelt's and Washington quarters. They're not my favorite constitutional, but I would definitely be buying Walkers and Mercury dimes and Franklin halves. I like those coins. If I was stacking silver, that's what I'd be buying right now. Anything I could get cheaper, that's what I'd be doing. But anyways, it's just kind of odd. I wanted to talk about that. And nobody really wants 90% right now. It's just stacked up, and it's probably going to get melted eventually and processed. And silver just went back over 50, and I know it's kind of backing off a little bit. And if it continues to stay at this high rate, then it's going to get melted. And that's just how it works now. I'm not melting mine. Like I said, I've got it up on my website, but regardless, it's there's not a huge demand for 90% at the moment. So thanks for watching my latest video. Please like, share, and comment, and have a great day.